Here we are at the famous and historic Sebring International Raceway for round number 7 of the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. So I'd like to introduce my co-host real quick, Lexi.
Hey, up, ball.
Yep. So real quick, just so you can see what's going on. Normal temps today, 78 degrees, partly cloudy, which is a normal thing for Florida at the International Circuit of Sebring, which is 3.6 miles long.
And 55% humidity.
Always humidity in Florida, no doubt. So we know that we have a short parade lap, so we're going to get to Jesse Olson on the pole, followed by Leland Giddens in second, Junie in third, JG in fourth, Zane in fifth, Andrew in sixth, Banana Man seventh, Chris in eighth, and Bob Blucher back with us again, rounding out the LMP2 cars. Moving on to the GT3 class. We got Justin Hall again on the pole, followed by Bradley, who's not starting from the back this time. Right after him on the second row is Daniel, Eric, and then right back after that is Skylar, Dean, Justin, Matt Jackson, improving his qualifying over last week, and newcomer Stephen Graham. And Tom Jensen is back again with us. Craig Klein for a second week. Nicholas Vincent towards the back of the pack had some issues when he was qualifying. Followed by another Justin Hall, Michael Cochran, who's also new from the Tennessee Region SCCA, and also MSCC member Kevin Medita is here to race with us for the first time. All right, so now that we are moving on, the blimp is moving away. I see the cars moving. There we go. So short parade lap here around Sunset Bend. This is turn 17, the real bumpy one, and we'll take a ride around with one of the guys later just to see how bumpy that section is if you've never been on this track. And there goes the Porsche pace car off, and Leland Giddens gets a little bit of a jump going on right there, and Jesse Olson. So I think Leland is going to actually get a penalty, a black flag for starting the race in front of the leader, and gets sent off, and Andrew just has to evade him for a little bit there. So that puts Junie into second place. And, Banana Man gets a great start coming up back, and Andrew goes to the inside. Banana Man spins and loses the back end, followed by Andrew, and Bob collects him in the backside, and the crowd and the group moves on, and Leland's getting back there. We need to move back to the GT3 class to see what's going on over in there. All right, so this week, the GT3 class is absolutely stacked. Look at the amount of cars that these guys are going. So Andrew, who got filed back within that race, is now just trying to clear some of these GT3 cars and get back on with the rest of the group in LMP2, as we have Justin Hall out in front. I'm sorry, Bradley Alvis. Bradley is out in front of the GT3 class right now. So these guys are all over each other. You can't even make a sandwich between them. They're so close. What do you think, Lexi? She's just looking at me funny. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars in the same turn for the GT3 class, fighting for 4th, 5th, 6th position. So as you see the other guys going off, they probably have about a 2-second lead over this group here, but we're going to stick to here. There's Matt Jackson in the middle. And also right in front of Matt Jackson is the new guy who actually started second from last, Michael. Made up a ton of spots.
Should I go down the leaderboard?
Oh, not yet, but there's Andrew. Andrew had another spin. Oh, no, somebody goes wide. Oh, tags the back of Matt Jackson. They're all over the place. All right, so we got a little bit of melee here going into turn 16, and they're still trying to sort all of this out. This is nuts. All right, let's get back into some closer action. And we'll get the leaderboard up there. All right, so there's Andrew trying to make his way through, and there's Justin Hall with another new pick this week for next to his name, so something I'm sure Lexi can talk about.
That's so cute.
Yep, so Bradley throws down to 204.1 to start off the GT3 class. When he started in second, moved into first, so we had a great start. A lot of guys are rolling in, 212s, 215s, and some other guys who are trying to do. So there's Junie. Oh, no, 27. Oh, no, whoa, that was not Junie. That was, I think, that actually was, who was number 27?
I don't know.
Andrew, that was Andrew. His color scheme is very similar to the ZPM paint scheme. So and there he is off again. He must have some trouble with his car moving on. So this is quite a beginning to this race. What do you think, Lexi? Has this been crazy so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I think so too. So there's been a lot of mixing up here. So there's JG. Let's go check in with him. There he is. JG holding on to 4th place right now. Zane moved into 3rd. So Zane looking at a podium right behind Junie Thompson, his teammate, who is both of them now trying to catch Jesse Olson out there in front of the lead. So let's check in with also Eric, because Eric has got a race going on where he is trying to catch up to Bradley, who is in the green Ferrari this week. So you see any cars out there yet, Lexi?
Nope.
Kind of anyone that got your eye yet?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right. So there's obviously the Shut Up and Drive It guys have some new paint schemes. All right. So Jesse Olson throwing down a 148, Junie a 149.8, and Zane actually a little bit quicker, 149.4. So moving forward with that. But yes, what you got?
Eric is drinking more beer.
I think he really likes beer.
I think soon he might be drunk.
I don't know. He may drive drunk. He might drive pretty good. So Bradley with another fast lap of 2:02.54.
Pit lane is Daniel.
Yep, Daniel in the pit lane. He must have some issues. And Andrew. Andrew did have some problems with his car early on. So as we keep an eye on Chris Wells. Yep, moving up to 5th. That's probably one of his highest positions he's had.
Going to 5th. Oh, and Leland. Oh, wait.
Yeah, Leland is probably serving his penalty for jumping the start out there in the front. So the 3 of those guys having a little pit party that are in there, exchanging some beers and some stories before they get back in their car and race these digital cars. Not that they ever race, drinking normally, but in a real car they don't do that. But in iRacing, we can always, share a drink. So tonight's drink that we're having sponsored by the broadcast here is Johnny Walker Black Label. So what do you think about that, Lexi? You like Johnny Walker Black Label?
I don't know.
Okay, that's good. Glad just wait for another 20 years before you tell me that, whether you like it or not, okay?
Okay. But, can I go down the leaderboard now?
Sure, you can go down the leaderboard. I'm going to start clicking on some guys to show some races.
Leland is down, he's out of the pit lane. He's, exiting. Anyway, Jesse Olson, as always, in 1st. Junie, Zane, JG, Chris. Mm-hmm. Banana Man, Bob, Bradley, Eric, Dean, Michael, Skylar, Justin, Justin, Steven?
Yep.
Steven, Justin, Steven, Nicholas, New Guy, Kevin, Greg, Andrew, Tom, Leland, and Daniel.
Yep. So hopefully Daniel has got his car fixed. One thing about this league here is because we do want people to actually race and not sit in the pits and get discouraged. Eric threw down a much faster time than Bradley, 0.2, but it seems like much faster. Oh, Michael moving in up there, putting in like a half a second faster on that lap and just went past Dean. So let's check in on him real quick. So he did start second from last in the GT3 class. There he is in the BMW M4 prototype, putting a move on Dean Dibdahl, who Dean right now is actually sporting the brand new ZPM livery for the Lamborghini Evo GT3 car. So that was made just for him because he's the only driver I know that's using that, and he was very happy to have that livery because he's been waiting it for some time now. And if you do like the liveries, please check out Mark Sykes Design on Facebook. He does a lot of the designing and artwork of all the Zane Fleming Motorsports cars. So if you're looking for something like that, check him out. Tell him Zane sent you. All right, what else you got?
Is it too early to give out points?
It is not too early, as crazy as this race is.
Since this race is so crazy, I'm gonna do something different today.
Okay, different? What you got?
Of how crazy it is, I'm gonna add more and more points. So let's start off with, that was crazy. Let's start with 200,000.
Whoa, 200,000? Is that because how crazy it was?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, did you seen Dean catch air there? He got a little squirrely. He got the whole right side tires off up in the air when you hit that curb.
Oh, Daniel's in the pit lane.
Oh, Daniel's in pit lane again. He was having some problems out there. So with this race, I was talking about when having people, not sit in the pit. So on iRacing, we can set up the hosted session many different ways. And one of the ways that we do is when you come into the pit, your car gets automatically fixed, like brand new in less than a second. Every time you pit, but car damage is on, because if we didn't have car damage, everyone would just treat this like a smash up derby. So we decided to let damage be on, get it more realistic while you're out there. But when you go to the pits, you get a quick, fast repair on your car, so you can get out there and keep racing. Because the last thing we want to do is just have people sit in pit lane forever. So like to have fun. I mean, we're here for racing and the camaraderie and having fun and obviously the competition. All right, so speaking of competition, Craig is one of the new guys with us. Changed his livery there just a little bit from last week, and I think he's working on it, and a little bit of damage on the right side. So there goes Leland on the inside into turn one, a blind corner coming through there. So, hey, Lexi, why don't you pick a name on the list, and we will ride with them for a lap.
Daniel?
Daniel?
He's at pit exit.
He's at, okay, well, that's a good time to start, I think. All right, so we're going to... Oh, it went to Dean. How did that happen?
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, slap!
So some of the guys are starting to figure out the programming and app to put their names and pictures up there. So Daniel Ciro looks a lot like a sloth.
It is a sloth.
Oh, okay. I just thought maybe he needed a haircut. But at least he's happy.
You thought that was him?
Well, you never know.
He's a sloth, and why would he be on a tree in the forest?
Not really sure, but here we come into the hairpin right now. There's probably the most iconic corner. I don't know, there's two iconic corners at this track. One is the hairpin, which is a first gear right-hander that's tight, and then the exit closes up on you as well. And the other one is Sunset Bend, which we're going to ride along here for the rest of the lap with Daniel. So it takes it nice and easy through here. It gets really slippery. You almost want to treat this like a double apex, almost like one big turn coming through, and then moving into the turn 10 tower. Coming out, you get a nice big giant dose of acceleration as you're coming up to the next two lefts, which you kind of make it into one big left, run around right through here, right before you get into the S's. Ooh, takes it a little wide. Come being out there just a little bit hot. Don't know if he changed his tires or maybe was just trying to get out of the way of Banana Man. Takes it well outside the track to line it up to get the straight line for the launch. Out from 16 all the way down the backstretch. This is probably the fastest section of the track. Probably get up into 6th gear through here as they go into the crazy treacherous turn 17 or Sunset Bend. So not quite in a 6th gear, but here you're going to see how bouncy this is. So this track, actually part of it is on an old military airport that was abandoned back in the 50s. This was one of two tracks this year that we're going to be on that is from a military airport. The other one later in the season is going to be Silverstone, which we're going to use the legacy one probably for the last time. And next season we're going to be picking up on the new version, the new scan that iRacing has. All right, so moving through. Trying to find out some car numbers here. So car number 19, Dean, coming through. I was trying to see who was chasing Dean. It's Skyler and another Ferrari in the 5th spot. So Dean holding on to 4th, trying to catch back up, see if he can get back on the podium, especially after his win that he had last week. Yep. So what you got, Lex?
I'm going to give out more points.
Already with more points?
It's been crazy.
Yeah, it has been crazy. So there's Junie Thompson in 2nd place. So Junie's new nickname is the king of the first turn. He has been dive bombing everybody through turn 1 and making up places on cold tires. Not sure how he does it, but he does a great job of it. So this is Andrew trying to dice through here before he gets into turn 2, 3, 4, 5 complex. There we go. Gets past the turn 2 into the braking, and then in 3, 4, 5 here. and on to the stretch. There's turn. It's again a little kink, which they kind of call turn 6 right before they get to the hairpin. So with that, Skylar gets a great run, and they're going to go side by side here into the hairpin. And Dean's got the inside line. They're both going to be on the binders a lot. Skylar still nosing in, and he still wants a piece of that action. Oh, man. Kevin Medita goes around into turn 17. Oh, no. Oh, watch out there. All right, so see if he can get that thing started again. There he goes. He's trying to get out of the way. Sunset is obviously the way you need to set up a car is so difficult to do with the amount of bumps. So we're going to ride along with one of the other guys a little bit later in one of the LMP2 cars, which are, a lot stiffer. So there's Junie. I don't know if he's taking a draft, but he's letting these guys race, being a gentleman through there. Cuts the corner a little shorter, and then it's going to take the long way around to get through this section of turns here as he gets by, because he's still chasing out Junie.
Jesse, JG, and Skylar have something in common.
What do they have in common?
Look at the leaderboard.
Okay, so what is it?
You haven't figured it out? Did you even look at their names?
Yes.
Well, they have something in common. Everyone else have moved either down or up, but all three of those people have 0.
Oh, so they stayed where they started from. So that brings me to that's a good point that you're watching that. Wow, man, this traffic is unbelievable. Car number 16, that was Jesse, the leader, going through there, passing on Dean. So, Skylar takes an inside move. Wow, unbelievable how he cut that and made that thing stick. That was amazing. Yes, that was unbelievably close. So here we have Michael. There goes Junie right past Michael. Michael's moving his way up. Moved up 12 spots. That's crazy. So he is definitely our biggest mover of the week. So, there's a car with some colors on it there for you, Lexi.
Let me see.
I don't know who that was, but we'll find it in a little bit.
Okay. So, about those points. Let's say about 500,000.
Yep. You're really racking them up.
Well, maybe after I might even add then in a little while I might add hundreds and thousands and millions.
Yep. All right, so here we're going through with some of the cars. So we're looking at the podium. So Jesse Junie and Zane Plumley right now. Oh, whoa. That was crazy. And that was the leader. Wow, that was Jesse squeezing his ways through there on Bradley, giving a little side swipe. Nicely. I think he got a cut through, so he's letting the guys, go through, which will, get a time slowdown penalty.
I have a joke if it happens.
You have a joke?
If the thing happens.
All right. Well, there goes Andrew throwing down a 1:47.9, fastest lap for the race, even though he was in 8th place, trying to get back up to the front. And Michael had gotten past Bradley through Sunset Bend. So our new driver that we have from the Tennessee SCCA, the Mid-South region here on iRacing. Matt Jackson's got some damage on the back of his tail. I think that was from the first lap going through the S's. And there's Skylar again on Dean. Now trying, first time he went on the inside, now he's gone on the outside. Whatever. Zane Plumley's in the pit. Maybe there might be some damage to his car. He was running in 3rd, so he's always good for one good wreck. So he's falling down the order, or maybe the pit window is open and he's trying to get out of some traffic. But we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens.
That was amazing. You did not move. You stayed in the same place and then you went down too. Still amazing. You stayed at that place for 10 laps.
Yeah, well,
record.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It wouldn't be the first time I threw away a podium. So, all right. So let's start at let's move our way from the bottom up this time. What do you think about that? Checking out some cars.
Sure. Wait. What?
All right. So there is Daniel again. So he's in a BMW M4 GT3, and he's also sporting a brand new livery for the first time. So Mark Sykes has been very busy this particular week putting some new liveries together for ZPM.
I'm the sloth. Cool.
And Kevin Medina, we're going to introduce him to trading paints so we can get him one of these fancy paint jobs and get him in the running for the Lexi's car dress-up award. Yes.
Wait, is he the guy who wanted us to say that way?
No, JG is the one who said we have to call it the car dress-up award this year.
Oh, so JG is the famous writer?
Yes, and I hope he listened to that. See, even my 8-year-old daughter knows JG as a famous writer, so that's awesome, man. Kudos to him. No, he's a great writer. We definitely love Grassroots Motorsports magazines. I can't talk well enough about how awesome a magazine that is. So happy to have JG with us this season.
Skylar Gregg is dropping down because he is going in pit lane.
Yep, probably different strategy. So this is Tom Jensen.
What? Yeah, Tom
Jessen. Yep, and I think I think it looks like he's trying to win that award this week, because he was usually running a green car, but now he's actually running something pink. So maybe he's figured out that he's got to change up his livery to win that car dress-up award.
Nice. Well, I have two. Well, this might be a little challenge.
Yep. And here's Craig Klein, who's also working on his car, so a little bit differently from last week as well. Nick Vincent in the other, which has the green wheels, on the BMW M4 Zane Plumbing Motorsports car. Skylar, who we've seen a couple times already, fighting for league with those crazy inside-outside moves through turn one. Definitely mastered that. Matt Jackson in the only Audi this week in the race. So a little bit of damage there in the front, maybe trading some paint with some people, running the ZP Motorsport livery on him. Steven, first time. Oh, don't know if he got involved with somebody. Maybe him and, well, no, it's the same side of the car, so it wouldn't have been him and Matt. Must have been somebody else coming through there on his car. So he's new to this week, so once he probably figures out what's going on with the Lexi Car Dress Up Award, maybe he'll get a crazy paint scheme for next week.
So about cars, so there was a little problem a few races ago.
And
we did not have the hot dog party.
No, we sure didn't. But
So maybe
we're not running them. We're not running the McLaren. So her hot dog party is when the McLaren shoots flames out the back on deceleration. All right, so there's Justin Hall in his Lamborghini.
slow motion.
Yep. Justin Barrera. That's the anime one you're looking at.
Yeah, I think on the back it says Papo.
Yep. And then Justin Hall, the better Justin Hall.
Shut up and drive it. Wait, speaking of shut up and drive it, when can I drive with them?
Well, we got to get you to some practice in before you get out there with them again.
Okay.
All right,
Justin Hall, the better Justin Hall. He's 7.
Yep, so Justin Hall actually does a lot of liveries for the Shut Up and Drive It team. That's why he runs a different one each week.
Nice.
There's Dean Didball, as talking about before, with the new ZPM livery for that Lamborghini. And there's Eric, so we'll hold, there we go. Crazy color scheme on that one as well. But I know Eric's main color is red, so he's usually the red one. So I guess he's like, was it Raphael is the red Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Sure.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
And Bradley in the green, who looks like a turtle himself this week with that all green Ferrari 488 GT3.
And I think he's going off. I think.
Yep. I'll just set a wheel off. And then our leader in our GT3 class, Michael Cochran, here for the first time as well in his BMW Motorsport black and yellow theme. All right, so on to the LMP2 class. Leland Giddens and Zane Plumbing Motorsports driver.
Skylar is in pit, Tom is in pit, and Greg is in pit, and he is in 13.
Yep, and Andrew with his red and yellow and black paint scheme that he has on his LMP2 car. He's been running the same livery all season. That must be, I'm not sure where he has that one from or had it made, but he definitely loves it because he uses it every week. Zane Plumley with the ZPM livery. Bob Blucher, who's come, with us in the LMP2. Can't see whose livery he picked for this week. Can you? I know it's got a mobile one. It's got a Porsche. Yep, it is a Porsche Motorsports livery on that car. So maybe he's powered by Porsche.
What?
Banana Man, who you can't miss it. I mean, he's got the yellow banana with Michael. Yeah, Michael and Michael, because that's actually Banana Man's real name, Michael Cabrera.
Slick.
Yeah, he just got a banana peel under his rear wheel on that one. Got a little crazy, but it looks like he's making some progress to get back up to speed. Who's in 5th place right now? Chris Wells running the MSCC flag livery for everybody. He's definitely picking up some speed. He's working on getting some triple monitors going and trying to find some speed.
High five.
Oh, I thought you wanted the microphone. You just want a high five.
No, I wanted to high five because of that nice joke you did.
Oh, okay. Well, so Chris in 4th place. This is probably, I think this is the highest he has run for quite some time. So that's great. I mean, a lot of his hard work is paying off, which is good. JG, who's the first of the podium contenders right now, just ran a 148.9, 22 seconds back from Junie, and hope to now 21. So maybe he's making some time on him. So traffic does come into play with these guys a lot as far as the accordion effect. So everyone's spread out a little bit with the not too many close races. So here comes Junie in 2nd place. Looks like he's got that mug face on with his 1st place medal for the KMC that's there, which is his Pontiac that he races in autocross with the Martin Sports Car Club. And Jesse Olson there with a Lexus livery this week. So he does change his livery every week as well. I didn't know Lexus actually had LMP2, but I think that's kind of following their GT3 program through IMSA. So, all right. So Bob just put a move on Banana Man. So what happened there? Maybe he had a little bit of an off track because he's way out in front now. All right, we're gonna set the mode on the camera.
Hey, look at that.
Yep. Wow, 2 ZPM drivers going at it. Dean getting past. I think that was the lap car of Nicholas Vincent. Yep, it was. So Dean moving out there, trying to get some space back. He definitely wants to get back on the podium. Really stacked week this week with the GT3 class. So there's your 2 leaders for each class. So Jesse and Michael. Definitely don't want to take those guys out. Absolutely not. And there's Junie getting through some traffic right around Skylar, going into the hairpin on turn 7. So this started out as quite a crazy race going through. How about you pick one of the names with the blue numbers, and we'll ride along with them to see how crazy this is.
Blue numbers. Oh. I was like, let's go with you.
Me? I don't know if you want to go with me.
Yeah, I do.
You might see a spin or a wreck.
Yeah, wait, a spin? Perfect for my joke. Perfect. That's what I've been waiting for, a spin.
All right. So perfect timing coming through here. Here's a start-finish straight going into turn 1, which is a blind one here. And you're going to see a cone sticking out of the fence if you can. Right about there. That is your apex. Yep.
That is awesome.
Yep, coming out right close to Bradley here. I don't want to wreck his race whatsoever, but moving in on the inside. Takes the inside turn. Bradley probably took a little bit wider, get a better exit to stay away and give him some room. So 3, 4, 5 through here. Very slippery, and it does close up right on that corner on the right-hand side, which does have a lot of cars. If you get on the gas way too early, will spin you out and towards the wall on the left. So here's another top of 5th gear, braking really hard from 5th down to 1st. Long corner. You hear a little bit of lockup of the tires because it's so bumpy that once they catch a little bit of air, the tires will actually lock up just a little bit as you're going through here. So as we're getting to the next little curvy section here, down to, which is turn 10 or 9, I believe. Sorry, I don't have my map out with me here. This is another section. If you get on the gas really hard, you will spin out and send you to the wall to the left-hand side. So coming into tower turn here, Got some traffic trying to get past Matt Jackson. He stays into the inside of the corner, which was nice to allow myself to go in. And working on some more traffic. Who is in front of us? Not sure who is in front. Looks like maybe it is. It's our new leader, Michael, from the GT3 class. So I definitely did not want to wreck his day. Let him get through the S's without forcing the issue. Was not in any position to actually get anything done. I'm 6 seconds behind Banana Man, but I've already pitted and he hadn't. So I was just playing on who was going to pit. So here is that bumpy part. Look at this, working the wheel all over the place, waiting to get on it. There it is. Just crazy. You never know if you're going to spin out, make it, not make it, hit a wall, look like a disco ball. Who knows? I did not, believe it or not, I did not spin in turn 17, which in real life, turn is my nemesis in my Audi TT. I've actually, hit the tire barriers there twice in my Audi, and as you guys know, fixing an Audi is not the cheapest thing in the book. So, all right, let's go back.
That was amazing.
Yep, that was a fun lap. I didn't get to see the time of that, but it's probably around a 149-ish somewhere. I think that's kind of where I settled in for the rest of the race, not wanting to burn up the tires.
That was so funny. There was a cone in the fence. How did that happen?
Well, they put it there on purpose to let people know, because it's a blind corner, that's the middle of the corner. So that's what they know. That's what they call the apex, which is the middle of the corner.
We should call it the funny lane. Bob Leacher at pit exit, and Justin Hall, I think the better Justin Hall, is in pit.
Yep. So there's Justin Barrera as one of the closer battles that are on track. So if you look at the leaderboard, you'll see some of the interval numbers that are a different color, and that's because they're within a second. So there goes Jesse in and out of the cars like they're slalom cones, working towards the outside, keeping pace and definitely keeping Junie at bay at 11 seconds back. Chris Wells up to third place, so then that's moving up. So that is the best position he has held here at the MSCC League in the LMP2 class. There he is right there. All right, there's Dean, who loves using a lot of those curbs, and especially with this car being a mid-engine car, sometimes they don't like to be upset with some of the curbs. So there's Justin. Let's stick with Justin a little bit.
The better Justin?
No, this is the third Justin. So he's going to the inside move into Sunset Bend. He's using the draft, so he has to take a tighter line, get on the brakes a little bit harder. Dean looks like he backed off just a little bit, and now he's coming back, and he's coming back with a vengeance. Oh, that's why. Okay, so Justin was going into the pits. So wow, I was about to say, I don't know, he must have had some, specially matched tires from Days of Thunder or something, how he was able to pass on the outside, but now we understand why.
Well, has it been a lap yet? Oh, what happened? Whoa.
Oh, just somebody just lost connection for a second. So here we are with JG. So with the gyro cam, you can see how much the car moves around. Even in the areas that are not quite as bumpy, that are the racetrack that were made to be a racetrack. So he's giving chase to Banana Man, and this is for position. This is to get into fourth place. So it takes a wider line. So JG probably going from experience there, because he has been on Sebring, I'm sure, numerous times in various different cars. So he's probably pulling on his experience in real life, how to tackle this race here that we have today. So Chris Wells jumps into pit lane, probably for his one and only fuel stop that he needs. So you can see the patience that JG takes as he goes through turn 17, and it pays off because Banana Man is going into pit lane. So everyone is peeling off right now. So things, Banana Man peeling off.
I love that.
That was for you, Eric. All right. So that moves Zane Plumley into fourth, who took an early pit. So maybe that was the strategy for him to kind of work through. So he is in fourth, now giving chase 4 seconds back to JG. And JG is 18 seconds back on Junie Thompson. So these guys in the front of the pack are trying to hold their position.
Wait, what is that? Oh, never mind. What does that say?
Privateer.
What's
So,
that?
well, he is actually an official Zane Plumbing Motorsport sponsored driver, and we need to get him to work with him for the app to be able to change his name. I know Bradley and I think he knows how to do it without having individual people do it. Just unfortunately the time constraint and trying to get the schedules done so we can get everyone going. But the what's neat is, every week we'll have somebody else that's new, that's figured out the app, and it's always something new to talk about.
This is crazy. Pit exit, pit and pit. Let's see who's in. Bradley is a pit exit. Justin Hall is in pit exit, and then pit is Dean. Wow.
Yep, so everybody is in. So now Dean, there he goes. He is now leaving his pit to go back out.
Wait, let's do magic. I'm going to see if someone's going to come. And, nice.
All right, there's JG again going into turn 17. Zane Plumley has closed the gap from 4 seconds down to 2.4 seconds. There you can see both cars in the shot there. Oh, and Zane Plumley must have had an issue because now he is 4-5 seconds back. So maybe he had some traction issues coming out of the corner. All right, so Leland Giddens, who started in second, is moving his way back up into 6th place. All right, here goes Matt Jackson into Sunset Bend, and they call it that is because when the way the track is laid out on the earth and where the sunset comes in at certain time of March when they do hold the 12 hours of Sebring, sunset actually is right in the driver's eyes as they get to that corner. It is not nice to try to drive and navigate through that corner, as crazy as it is. It's blinding at times. Some of the drivers will put on a darkened shield to only use in that corner and then flip it back up, as they get past the start-finish straight until the sun goes down.
So, maybe I can give up.
Oh, Matt's off. He took a little bit of a wide turn there. Man, well, back on track. No harm, no foul. Didn't hit anything.
So,
He's moving on.
So, I think I can give out points.
Third time for giving out points.
Yep. What about 1,500?
Are you keeping track?
No, I don't need to keep track.
Do you know what you have up for total now?
Hold on. I think I know. About
100,000. I don't know if that's a real number. So Stephen Graham just put in his fastest lap of the race. So that's nice to see him continue to improve with how many laps are left?
5.
Yep, five laps are left. So we're closing in here. Everyone should have all their pit stops done right now, and Skylar is moving in on Dean again. So these guys have been stuck together like glue pretty much for a lot of this race.
Wait, we are with Greg?
Skylar Greg.
Greg?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was Greg.
Yep.
And sure. So this is awesome.
This is an awesome race. There's a lot of stuff going on here. What's also nice too is the fact that we have 24 drivers here this week. So we're very appreciative of all the new drivers that have come in, and hope they stick around and like what they see. I don't see I know there's been some wrecks and there's been some off tracks and stuff, but nothing's deliberate, which is nice. And that's the one thing that we really love about this league is how well everyone does get along and work together. And there is a Discord channel that we use to communicate. So during the race, we're all in the same chat channel, which can get weird sometimes because there's like 20 people all trying to talk at the same time. But we try to be quiet if we're not talking about beer jokes or something. And we try to use it to navigate to help get through, when you're coming up to pass people, to let them know that we are moving, in or around and what side we want to pass on, just to make it for better racing for everybody and not wreck anybody's day.
4 laps to go.
Yep, 4 laps to go as we go 3 wide. 3 wide through Sunset. That was crazy. Zane Plumley on the outside. Does not want to wreck these guys as they go through. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Not pat myself on the back or anything. I just don't think I had a choice. I just had to just say, close my eyes, turn the wheel, and pray. And that's kind of how I think that went. So with that, Skylar does get out in front of Dean so he's now in sole possession of 5th place. Nicholas Vincent and Steven also having a little bit of a battle here too in the closing stages of the race. So the LMP2 cars pretty much stretched it out. Jesse Olson way out in front on cruise control. He's probably having a sandwich and a cup of tea and some crumpets or something as he's 18 seconds ahead of Junie out there. And I know Junie's trying to do his best. But he also understands, too, with the 18-second cushion in the front and the back, he is trying to be the best gentleman he can to bring home 2nd place and not, get too tangled up with a lot of these GT3 cars. Jesse Olson, a 1:47.5, and that's not his fastest lap of the race, which is crazy. So he's probably got a little bit more in him, which is crazy because even after, 25 laps, he's still throwing in the fastest times. He's just really great at being able to save his tires for a lot of that. All right, so Dean is moving in back on Skylar. So these guys having quite a race. So here we are going into turn 16. Oh, Skylar goes off into the grass, and that gives a perfect opportunity. Dean easily goes by on that one, and it looks like Skylar did be able to keep position there so he didn't spin out. There we go. So lost about a second there and a position. So Dean back in 5th place. Skylar now chasing him again. So going through a little bit of a chopper view, we'll fly around here for a little bit. So here's that turn 1 I was talking about. It's definitely blind through there and really bumpy, and right there as it changed the color of the pavement is the actual racetrack that they did. Stephen Graham put another fast lap for him for getting toward the ending, closing parts of this race here. So Bob Blucher is on Leland. Let's go check in with him.
3 laps to go.
Yep, 3 laps to go. All right, well, it was close. It was a different color. And, Bob, another person who also has been on this track numerous times over the years. See, there we go. Jesse Olson, 1:47 flat. So he just was half a second faster than his last lap, throwing the fastest lap of the race and his fastest lap as well, which was one and the same. So, he's just trying to close this out and has Junie now the number that is on his car seconds back, which is 27. But not today, but usually that's his normal car. Bob Blucher puts in his fastest time of 1:50.1. And Andrew bringing up 9th place with a couple of issues that he had with car control and being hit in the front is going to finish out the race here, but see if he can catch up to Bob. Let's get back to Skylar. So still closing in on these guys. So Michael, also the GT3 leader, puts in his fastest race at 2 minutes, 2 minutes flat. Second quicker than Bradley on that time, but Bradley and Justin throwing down almost the same amount of time as we have. So here goes Skylar onto the inside. There's Dean, easy pass on the inside. I'm sure maybe not so easy, but Dean's probably setting him up for something else as he's moving through as they get into turn 1, which is really what we're going to start calling Greg Corner now because he has got that thing mastered. So he spits it out a little bit wide and with Dean in tow, trying to keep things close. So, Tom and Nicholas. So Tom, I should be using the other one. There we go. That's a much better race than the last one. Yeah, there is Tom working on Nicholas for position for 11th place in the closing laps.
One lap to go.
Yep, Jesse should be closing up on the start-finish line here.
It's actually 2 laps to go because you got the extra one.
Yeah, well, it's lap and a half.
Yeah.
So, Nicholas goes out wide, which gives a great opportunity for Tom to move in, but he graciously makes sure that he gives him space so they don't take each other out as they're coming out of the hairpin. So they are close.
This is going to be awesome. You are in 4th place.
Yep, so moving in, so Tom does poke his nose in just a little bit to show Nicholas, like, hey, I'm here. I'm ready to go. So, and there's battles all over the place in the last closing lap. Craig. There we go. Craig was moving in on Daniel. And Dean wants that spot back from Skylar. So all these races, by the time I click on it, it turns around. So let's go back to Tom again. There he is. So catching the draft on the back stretch, getting ready to turn into a sunset. I wonder if he's going to pop out and use the inside. He looks like it. So there goes Jesse Olson now, getting ready to take the white flag. So he does take the inside line and jumps under Nicholas and actually for position. Oh, that's great. And Stephen Graham, again, another fast lap for him. So he must be feeling comfortable. So white flag.
White flag.
Yep. Oh, wow. Nicholas also puts in his fastest lap, 2:05.5.
And we have a half lap until we have checkered flag, and I know my winner.
You know who your winner is?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's save it towards the end of the race there. So let's go check Dean again because he's trying to get that position back from Skylar.
Hello?
I don't know. Yeah, the times, every time I go to click on it, the time jumps out of a second. So everybody is kind of going through. Let's keep an eye on our leader, Jesse. There he is there.
That's so many zeros. Well, we know our winner. It's Jesse.
Not yet. He's not all the way there. Don't jinx him. You remember that one week every time we talked about somebody and then they wrecked?
What?
Yeah, it was like the commentator's curse.
The commentator's curse.
Yeah, we talk about it. And, there's Michael again, a 2:05. So another fast lap for him. So our leaders are just throwing down, despite the fact that they do have some good leads back to second place. So it's nice that they're not taking it easy and they are fighting through all the way to the end.
Shut up and drive it, team. I was just reading that, but we are about to hit checkered flag in 3, 2, 1.
Half a one.
Duh.
Quarter one. There you go.
Yeah, checkered flag.
Yep, Jesse Olson keeping up his winning ways with another win here at the Martin Sports Car Club. So he is going to go back to that section of track over by turn 1, turn his traction control off and all that good stuff. And there he goes with his donuts. Yep.
I did not scream for checkered flag.
Yep. All right, here comes Junie around Sunset Bend. Is he going to take the flag for second place? Great result for Junie this week. That will definitely move him up in the points going through. And there he goes for second. JG in third. Zane Plumley in fourth. Pretty much as they're going to cross the line through there. Oh! And launches himself into outer space and out of the sim. All right, so let's check back with Michael. There he is. So turn 16 going out. So JG crosses the line on the podium. So congratulations, JG. I think that might be your second time on the podium this year for this season. So that's awesome. Also moving up in the points as well with that great result. So here comes Michael in for the last time as he is going to take the checkered flag in the GT3 class, which was hard fought this week. Though Matt Jackson throws down his fastest time, a 2:02.4. That's great. So flashing in the lights, he knows he has taken home the checkered flag in his first week. So we are very appreciative to have Michael here. Maybe the other GT3 drivers may not. And So even though his first week here, he understands how to celebrate a win at the end of his race. So Justin Hall from the Shut Up and Drive It team brings home the third spot with Bradley in second for the GT3 class. So it looks like everyone is through.
How about I talk about my car?
You want to talk about your car?
Yeah, the Lexi Dress Award. And I figured out the last name because since I'm going to give you a hint. There are 3 Justins.
Oh, wow.
So Justin's Halls.
Wait, you can't give all 3 of them the award.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Okay,
no.
so which one is it?
Well, the winner is Justin Obrera.
Whoa, what? Oh, Justin Barrera?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is he still in the sim? He might have checked out already. Let me see if he's still in.
Well, maybe he crashed into it.
Nope, he already checked out.
Okay.
So that's a bummer. But anyway, we will get a picture of your car, Justin, with the trophy, and we will post it on Facebook at the Martin Sports Car Club group member page that's on Facebook. So here we are. We're at a close. Looks like everyone is about done. And I want to thank you for another week of hanging out with Lexi and myself as we call another race. So we have, this is week 7, so we have 3 races left to find out who's going to be a winner for each one of these in season 1. So I hope you join us for next week, which we are at the Legacy Silverstone track, and it should be another great, exciting race. Well, hopefully there's many people drive back. Any closing comments, Lexi?
Bye.
Very simply put, bye. All right, so thank you again, and we'll see you next week.